Hello. Happy Halloween month to everyone.
Hi.
We're back. Are we better than ever?
No, we are now worse than we've ever been before.
And why?
Well, this is going to give you a little bit of a clue. We watched a movie by Glenn Danzig.
Motherfucking Danzig.
And what was that movie called?
It was called Verotika. Verotika.
It was called Verotika.
Verotika. And boy am I angry. But before we talk about that, I just want to show off our really cool Halloween-esque shirts.
Oh, yeah.
I got rocking Peach Fuzz.
Peach Fuzz.
Hell yeah.
Love me some Peach Fuzz. What's it say on the bottom?
Embrace your inner wolf.
Embrace your inner wolf, yeah.
And I have a shirt that Monty got me for my birthday last year.
Sure did.
It says Megan and Monty have opinions, and it has like our Bitmojis on it.
Yep.
So like that was pretty cool. And we were doing a movie marathon today, so I figured, what better time to wear our Megan and Monty have opinion shirt than when we're filming a Megan and Monty video?
And we decided to do a Conjuring marathon,
Yes.
but then I fell asleep during The Nun. And we got 2 movies into the Conjuring universe. I'm like, you know what, let's do it next week.
So we're going to watch the other 5 movies next weekend. And we're going to finish up today doing what we were going to do next weekend.
Which is watch batshit insane movies.
Yes.
Starting with Verotika.
Yes, that was... I thought we should start with it just because I knew it was going to be bad. And
I've heard it was bad by several people, and I was like, we have to watch this.
Yes. So I was like, we should start with this movie so it would only get better.
Before we talk about it, we should probably... Because I'm going to spoil the shit out of this movie.
Yes.
But here's the deal, like, there's really nothing to spoil because of, like, the content of the movie. But if you want to watch Verotika first, I don't recommend it. But if you do, I would go ahead and do that.
So I'm going to give a very, very, very high-level overview of each of the 3 anthologies.
Well, we call it an anthology, but was it really?
It was literally like
what would you call it?
It was 3 sections of people being murdered. That was pretty much, but they were different storylines. They weren't connected whatsoever, which is, I know how anthologies work, but I think...
Wait, you do? I don't.
Yes, I think I would have hated it less.
I thought they were books.
Yes.
It's an anthology a book.
Yes. You can have a book anthology and a movie anthology.
Wait, you can have a movie anthology?
Yeah, you can have a movie trilogy.
Okay, I don't read movies or books.
Big words.
I don't like words on movies. They make
so
me angry.
high level.
So
first,
let me say something before we go into Verotika. We have been doing this for 1 year now, and COVID ruined most of this part of the year.
Most of my life.
But we have actually been making these stupid things for ourselves for a year
now. Our first video was the Frappuccino.
And that was in September.
It was really good.
It was really good. I mean, it wasn't great, but it was good.
In our video, like when we went in to get the Starbucks order, I was just like, can you like put strawberry puree?
And she goes,
the
it frappe.
Yeah, and I was like, well, I didn't want to say that, but yes, that is
we should have just
what
went
I
in
want.
and said it.
Yeah, I think at this point, quarantine has really just killed my ability to give a shit about people and what they think. So yeah, we did that a year ago.
And it's funny because
a couple weeks have passed since the exact, but yeah.
Right. I think only we watch her videos, and
yes.
2, we watch them a lot because we were just watching them last weekend. We were commenting on how funny we were.
I watched the...
Dude, we're so funny!
Yeah, literally, that's our text when I was rewatching our awards video, and first of all, I would just like to give a formal apology to everyone I know.
Why?
Because in that video, I mentioned that I was not going to be in the office for 6 months. And guess what?
You cursed us.
I have literally not been into the office in over 6 months now.
You blame my white Crocs,
well,
but it was really your fault.
We're like pretty sure that Zane had COVID, so like it's not crazy.
So it was you.
I had COVID.
You.
I'm very sorry. I just thought I had like some congestion and like a cold.
You were patient 0.
No.
Wait.
Zane was patient 0.
Okay, but let me just ask. Mm-hmm. Did at some point you eat a bat?
No.
Okay.
I did not eat a bat.
Did Zane eat a bat?
No.
that you know of.
He's vegetarian.
Didn't
I
he?
like how that's the issue with eating a bat. Oh no, he's vegetarian.
He would never eat a bat.
He'd never eat a bat.
Wait. Yeah, you like my COVID decorations? I got them.
I'm just telling you, leave these up year round. It's pretty cool.
People keep saying nice Halloween couch, and I go, Halloween couch?
This is just my life.
This is just it. Got some spoopiness going on. I love the Ouija.
I just like that we both moved our heads. So yeah. So I'm pretty sure I caused the shutdown in Ohio. I'm very sorry. I don't know what to do about it. I just want everyone to know that I'm still pretty much staying at home. And I see like 3 people regularly, including my housemates. So still keeping my circle pretty small.
And
that's what I'm doing.
Life has literally not changed for me because I never go anywhere, never do anything, and I just sit on my couch and watch TV.
You left your house last night, and I literally
That is
texted
true.
you like,
that is true.
You left your house?
I know, and it was terrible. That's why I came back.
Now you're like, I gotta go. So yeah.
I'm just trying to avoid talking about Verotika. Okay, let's just get it over with. Okay, so
I sat like this for most of the movie.
Misfits fame, Glenn Danzig.
Yes.
Glenn
Danzig.
Horror punk rocker from the 80s/90s with his band Just Danzig. I think was he in was it called Samhain? Samhain? Is that what it's called?
Literally.
He had a couple bands.
No idea. But he's most well known for the Misfits.
Yes, I do love me some Misfits.
I know one Misfit song, and it's pretty banging, so...
Okay, so he decided to write, produce, direct and do the score to a horror movie, which, he's kind of a psychopath, and you would think it'd be good.
Right, so here's my analogy for this. It's like, you know how when you're in school and you get stuck with doing all the work because no one else will do it? Mm-hmm. This is like if the worst student in the whole entire universe had to do everything. It was this movie.
He's the worst student in his film class.
Yes. He went to like some fake film school, and he was the worst student at fake film school, where the only requirement to get in is you have to pay money. That's my assessment.
Dude. So this movie is how long? An hour and a half?
An hour and a half.
And it felt like it was like
30
16
minutes
hours.
In, I thought it was the end. Because it was the end of the first anthology, and I forgot that it was an anthology, and I was like, finally, this is over. Because the third ended. But no, there was still an hour left.
Before we talk about the plot, let me critique his directing.
Okay.
He stays on these shots forever. Like, it's just the woman, like, bathing or looking in the mirror or just dancing, and he just stays on it to the point where you're like, I think I'm going insane. Right. And then he cuts to a next scene, which he hangs on for another 15 minutes. And
they're like super sharp cuts, though. The screen literally just, like, goes to black and then immediately goes back to some other scene. And it's very jarring.
Oh my god. The dialogue's bad. The directing is bad. I mean, I'm gonna guess this is his first shot at directing, and if it's not, fuck you. Like you clearly have not learned anything. If it's your first shot, I will give you a pass. All right.
I mean, I will give you.
I'm not really giving you a pass, but you put this out there, and buddy,
we're gonna critique this shit because that's what it is.
And so I described this 2 ways. Mm-hmm. The first way is I described it as like we watched a porn minus the porn.
Yes, literally.
That's the acting.
That's what
I felt like. I guarantee you most of those actors on there are porn stars.
Courtney Stodden was in it, which she's only relevant because when she was 16, she married a 51-year-old with her parents' permission, which that's the worst part.
The guy from Green Mile that looks like a fucking psychopath.
Doug Hutchinson or something.
I don't know. He just looks like a psychopath, and I'm just like, ugh.
But she's also famous for getting a huge boob job, which is fine if that's what you want to do, but, like, that really didn't help the like movie not feel like it was just a bunch of porn stars. Which
but
again,
it literally was. It literally was.
And that's literally just what it felt like.
It literally was a bunch of porn stars.
Boy, did it not have anything going for it.
What was the second way I described it? Which is also fairly accurate.
Dude, my mind is mush.
I know.
My brain is melting.
It was like time froze, and we were like stuck in this like black hole, time-sucking event horizon, and it felt like we watched that movie for like half a day.
Yes.
Because of those shots he would do.
That literally just would never end. You went to the bathroom and you came back.
And it was the same shot.
It was still the same shot. It was almost as bad as when we were watching the Rob Zombie movie last year.
Okay.
And I left and went and got my phone and then came back and it was still the same thing.
After watching this, I just want to apologize to Rob Zombie. You know what, buddy?
I am not
you
apologizing
not the worst.
to Sherry Moon's
No.
I am not apologizing to her.
No, I am actually going to apologize to her too.
No.
Because,
Nope.
She is better than every fucking person in Verotika.
Well, she should be. She's supposed to be an actual actress.
I'm just saying.
I'm not apologizing to her.
Just saying.
But I do think after watching Verotika that the Rob Zombie movie we watched was a little bit more enjoyable.
If you compare these two back to back, Rob Zombie looks like fucking Steven Spielberg.
Right.
Like
I will give him
Francis Ford
credit for
Coppola.
that.
Like you name your favorite director, that's how Rob Zombie looks compared to that movie.
Who knew all we had to do was watch this garbage movie for
and that's
the Rob Zombie movie
that's
to be
what
better.
It's literally garbage. It is literally garbage. Oh, I know what I said. I know the second way I described it is if Spirit Halloween made a movie.
I forgot.
Because all of it
was
looks
all
like Spirit Halloween.
Trash, yeah.
It's like, okay, I know how this movie got made.
Mm-hmm.
On November 1st,
Glenn Danzig went to all the Spirit
Glenny Boy went into Spirit Halloween. He's like, give me everything you have at a supreme discount of 50% or more. And the people at Spirit Halloween are like, yeah, fucking take it, dude. And he's like, I'm definitely going to make a movie with that. And people from Spirit Halloween are like, we're not going to watch it.
Right. The best part of that was like, it wasn't even like he went to a Spirit Halloween that had a bunch of stuff left. It was just like the bottom of the barrel Spirit Halloween in the middle of nowhere that's just almost completely empty except of like costumes that are broken.
Okay.
That's the quality.
How about we go into the story because
yes.
we need to describe like what's going on. Well, so it's an anthology with like a host.
Yes.
Who's like an Elvira type host who is also a porn star.
Yes.
And she introduces you into each story. She is terrible.
Vaguely introduces.
She
just talks.
She looks
without
comical
saying
too.
Anything.
She looks so comical. Like I know it's supposed to be creepy, but it looks like a joke.
Yeah, it's bad.
So the first story was like the white spider of Dashiki. What?
No, that was the last one. The Jujaki or whatever.
I thought it said Druncula.
Yes. That's not what it said, but I don't know what it actually
I would watch
said.
a movie called Druncula, by the way. If Glenn Danzig wants to make that, I'll watch Druncula.
I think that would be hilarious, and I think we should be in it.
Honestly, I think I could make a movie now after watching that. I could make a movie and get it on Shudder.
I mean, you could definitely make Druncula. You have a bottle of gin.
You know what Druncula does? He hangs outside bars and waits for people to stumble out, and he drinks the alcohol-infused blood.
Yes.
Druncula.
TM.
Don't steal my ideas. Trademarked. Druncula. Okay, so the first...
Let me go file a patent.
Druncula.
Count Druncula.
Oh my god.
And he only drinks alcohol-infused blood and Count Druncula.
He pours the alcohol-infused blood in his Count
Yes! We out here.
Oh my god. Do not steal that idea.
Content.
I don't... if anybody watches this, don't steal my idea. Okay, so the first story was about a white spider. I don't remember the name of it, and honestly, I don't even feel like looking it up because it literally doesn't fucking matter.
You literally guessed
one
of the main things about that story.
Like I said, we're going to spoil the shit out of this. So if you do want to see it, watch it, come back.
If you care about any of this.
So, it starts with this couple making out on a couch, and it's obviously another porn star. She has these big fake boobs. And
her name is actually also, I think her name was Ashley Wisdom, which is very much a porn star name.
Yeah. Anyway, so, they're making out. He starts getting fresh and starts groping her.
I'm sorry that I just...
no.
Movie is just, it was awkward.
And, she's wearing this super tight shirt and, half of her boobies are hanging out.
Yes.
And she keeps going, no,
not my shirt.
Well, she's supposed to be French.
Well, yes. But when I was looking up this movie to see, information on it, I swear to God, none of them were French. They were all American actresses that they hired a voice actor. Or a vocal coach.
Are you fucking kidding me?
No. Literally. So evidently it took place in France.
And why did it have to take place in France? It does not say. It could have.
They just pepper in French words that people know, and then everything else was English. They kept saying "we," yes in French, but then he'd just be talking in English, and the worst fucking accents.
Yeah, it was. Even this accent is better than what they were doing.
Even my fake Russian accent.
You are actually. We should make a movie about Russian Count Dracula. Okay, so
what's gonna happen? Coming to theaters near you.
And after half of us die during COVID, we can definitely make movies.
Yep. I'm sure there'll be a lot of venture capital hanging around.
Okay, so there's this couple making out. He's groping her, and she keeps going, no. There's obviously something going on. I thought, highbrow, I thought, she probably has a scar or something. But then I verbally said, what if she just has eyeballs for nipples? I thought of the most absurd thing I could possibly think of and said it just to make Miss Megan laugh.
Miss Megan? Ben should not be watching this.
And he takes off her shirt, and what happened?
She had eyeballs where her nipples were.
We both started screaming because I said it literally 5 seconds before it happened.
I'm just going to say your neighbors probably.
Oh no, we were screaming at the top of our lungs.
We were literally screaming, laughing.
We're like, what?
We were what the fuck?
You were looking at me I'm like,
and you're I have not seen
I have never seen this. I literally just thought of the most insane thing I could possibly think of. And it was eyeball nipples, and she had them.
Dude.
So, yeah.
Then the best part was she had tears coming out of her eyeball
boobs
nipples.
were crying.
Yes.
Which was hilarious.
Tears landed on a spider, which then formed into this huge monster Spider-Man thing.
He had 6 arms.
Which is not how many arms spiders have.
Yeah. He should have had 8 legs.
Yes.
And they look like feet.
But obviously they did not have real money for special effects, so 2 of the arms were just straight hanging.
4 of the arms were doing that. He had the 2 arms, and all the other arms looked like this.
Yes.
The whole time. It was the funniest thing. And when he would run to kill somebody, this is literally what the shot looked like. Ready? He'd go. And it would cut to him strangling somebody. It was the funniest shit I've ever seen in my life.
Oh my god.
But here's my thing.
Yes.
Oh my god. Why did she have eyeball nipples? It never explains.
It didn't play a role in any of it.
Why?
Besides making the weird ass Spider-Man, who was possibly real and possibly only in her dreams.
He only manifested when she would fall asleep.
Yes, but then the police could see him when she was because at the end she overdoses on pills to get the police to arrive. It was very convoluted. But so they could see him when she was dead, which means I don't know if he only could manifest when she was asleep, because why could they see him? The plot plays off both points without really explaining anything.
So the best part is, she would fall asleep. He would find a random woman and kill her. Mm-hmm. And so they had this fake, like, ass Sesame Street looking news anchor. It literally looked like something off Sesame Street. I was laughing so hard. And he goes, "We found out nothing about we are calling him." And I'm like, this is probably going to be a really cool, like, nickname, like the Spider of France, or like the
something funny,
something like
interesting,
something with like a little,
pizzazz.
They call him Le Neckbreaker. I was like, oh, Le Neckbreaker, because he would break the necks.
So it's like, obviously they're trying to act like it took place in France, but it's like they picked the dumbest ass people in America to make France.
Why was it in France? It had nothing to do with the story. It had literally nothing to do with the story, other than he did not want to buy regular looking cop outfits, so he bought these whack ass looking outfits that had like a chili pepper on it.
And they had like the tall band hats, except they were the short caps. Literally insane.
So you have a bunch of porn stars running around with these fake ass French accents. You have a woman with eyeball nipples who it never ever explains why she has those. Yeah,
except they did make a pun at the end, some eyeball related pun.
Yeah.
Because her shirt was like jostled, so you could see her eyeball nipples.
Yeah.
And I don't remember. It was the only.
It's been 47 years since we saw that scene.
Yes.
So.
Oh my god.
So then,
This is the only thing that made me laugh was the pun he made, and just because it was like so completely out of left field.
So like the point of an anthology is like each segment has like a moral, or like it's saying something to you, and then it also kind of like would lead into like the next story. This has none of that. It's just like he had
absolutely no finesse.
He threw darts at like the costumes he wanted to use, and it's like, okay, we're gonna. I hit the white spider arm costume.
Oh, I hit eyeball nipple.
Eyeball nipple over there.
Oh man, I hit the weird cop uniform.
Okay, listen.
How am I gonna make that work?
Can you imagine when he was writing the script for this, and he sent it off to like the production company, and they're flipping through, and they're like, first, 5 pages? Like,
right.
Eyeball nipples. Make this goddamn movie right now.
And just like threw the script.
The CEO of Cleopatra Entertainment is like, make this goddamn movie.
Monty was having issues with his TV, so we watched the intro like production credit twice, and it was so fucking loud.
I was like, Cleopatra Entertainment.
It was like no one knew how to like deal with sound in relation to like.
Well, I'll tell you what.
The movie like credit.
No one knew
how to make a movie at Cleopatra Entertainment. At any point. I bet that Cleopatra Entertainment
is a porn company.
Oh yes, but it's also Glenn Danzig's porn company.
Oh my god! Honestly though, if you were to ask me, I think Glenn Danzig should go into porn directing, because that is the caliber of.
Right, like I'm sure he would make high quality pornography films, but like that was.
I mean, he does like to just hang on scenes, so do a Pound Town scene.
Oh. Oh my god! I just
like just hanging on scenes. It was there was like in the first segment. It was
so uncomfortable.
It really got to the point where I'm like, is this supposed to make us insane? Like, is this the point of the movie? Is to make the viewer go crazy?
The longer I watched, the more I realized that Glenn Danzig just sucks at making movies. I don't think any of that insanity that we felt was intentional.
And
I think he thought we were supposed to like it.
No, he legit thinks it's a good movie. And I told her when we were watching it. Oh my god,
do you know who he's like?
Tommy Wiseau.
No. Yes, but someone in the same vein.
Oh, yes.
Neil Breen.
Neil Breen. He's like goth metal Neil Breen.
And Tommy Wiseau
is
ego. Austrian. Neil Breen.
Yeah.
Off-street Glenn Danzig. They're all the same. Oh my god, they're all the same person.
Okay, I'm going to put Tommy away from those guys because I feel like he's genuinely a nice person.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like you could actually, like, hang out with Tommy and you wouldn't be like, I fucking hate this guy.
I think Neil Breen is an awful person.
Oh my god.
That's the vibe that I get from his Twitter.
100%.
He gets mad when, like, people, like, post
This
merch.
is a bootleg shirt. I do not authorize bootleg shirts. Bootleg shirts will not be authorized because a bootleg shirt is not a boot. It's not
approved.
Not approved bootleg. And, like, he put bootleg, like, 80 times in his tweet.
In a tweet.
And I'm just tweeting back,
so
like,
many characters in a tweet.
You can just slim that down a lot.
You can just
cut out all those bootlegs.
How about you just make your own merch?
He doesn't have any money, man. He had to get that.
That's true.
He had to get his 5th film financed, and all it is just him teaching people how to make a movie. Which, if I'm going to buy something to teach me how to make a movie, I'm going to purchase it from Neil Breen.
We're going to have to do a video about Neil Breen.
Dude, we have to I have not actually sat through an entire Neil Breen movie.
I think we should just pick, like, 10 random clips we find on YouTube and then make a video about it.
I think I'd rather do that than sit through a whole movie.
I agree. I think that's probably the extent of my, like, attention span.
Why would you do this? Why would you commit suicide?
That was my favorite one. My second favorite one, and then we'll go back to talking about Verotika, but I just really have to get this out. When he was standing up on the 2nd story, and then he just phased onto the 2nd floor. It was like Animorphs.
I couldn't believe he did that in real life. That's what I couldn't believe.
Oh, yep.
Couldn't believe it.
It wasn't...
He had to have, like, a crazy, like, stunt, like, actor guy teaching him how to do that, because it was insane.
Anyway, sorry. But just...
Also, if he comes back to Columbus...
Point, we were gonna possibly go see him.
He came to Columbus, and then we missed it, but if he comes back, we're going...
Oh my gosh, I have heartbreaking news. We might have talked about this earlier. I don't remember. Not today, but in an earlier video. We did not get to meet Wilford Brimley before he passed away.
I know, that's so... We were going to!
We literally were going to!
I was literally going to drive to Indiana to see...
No, Cincinnati.
Was it Cincinnati?
Yeah, because it was Horror Hound.
Yeah, I'm thinking of a different one. Yeah, Cincinnati to see him and Tony Todd, and we...
But it was like
COVID.
The 20th... Like the 22nd of March, and that's just like when everything shut down.
Yep.
Also, we weren't going to go before it had gotten shut down. We were like, I don't think this is a good idea.
Yeah, we're like...
But then they were like, we're canceling this. Peace out. And then like a couple months later, Wilford Brimley died.
I was legit pissed. I'm like, the one shot I had.
I texted you and I was like, dude, what the fuck? We almost met him.
Fuck 2020, you know?
I mean, 2020 sucked.
2020 brought us the worst things ever. Like
literally
COVID, Verotika.
Fuck you, 2020.
Oh my god. Okay, so...
Yes, back to Verotika.
I
just had to share that really sad side note.
So the second one was... it was this woman...
This woman who was a stripper who... had like some facial deformities. I don't know what they were from. They didn't elaborate.
No.
But like it wasn't really anything that I thought was really prohibitive.
No,
like
not at all.
I didn't think it was
like she still looked pretty even though she had scars on her.
Yeah, like it wouldn't have prevented her stripping career.
Okay, here's the best part. So she is a deformed, like she has scars all over her face. She stalks these women, cuts off their faces, and puts them on her face. Yep. But
then covers the face.
She still covers her face when she strips. And they call her Mystery Girl. Why did she steal faces if she were just going to cover her face? It makes no sense. I kept going, Oxner, what is happening?
This was the anthology that Courtney Stodden was in, and she was immediately murdered. Don't know how the Mysterio girl found her.
I don't either.
But she walked in. The Mysterio girl walked in, and the Courtney Stodden was like, I didn't call maintenance. And I was like, oh my god, this is literally the start of a porno.
It literally was.
And then she was like, oh, who are you?
And the woman goes, I'm going to cut off your face. She goes, not my face.
Not my face. And then after she cuts her face off, she's like, I can't feel my face.
Well,
which made me start singing The Weeknd's I Can't Feel My Face When I'm With You. And I was like, it took a whole nother turn. Like,
the best part, though, of that is the killer slowly walked up and just like...
And then just like...
It shows like every minute of her cutting his face off,
like,
too.
And it also was just like she took a piece of salami off her face. Like, I'm just going to say, there's connective tissue here that's going to connect to your face.
Well, have you seen half these women's faces? I'm sure there's no connective tissue anymore.
It's just plastic.
I'm not saying you know...
You can do what you want.
Do your thing, ladies. But if you look like a duck and you talk like a duck, then that would imply that you had a lot of plastic surgery.
It might imply that you follow the Duck-A-Day Twitter feed.
Mm-hmm. I love that Twitter feed.
I love that Twitter feed.
And
Weekend Waterfowl?
I love it. Love it.
Twitter is a barren wasteland, but some things are okay.
I mean, anymore, it's just like Mad Max world. It is like Thunderdome.
I haven't been on Twitter much lately. I think the most I've been on Twitter in the past week was the past 2 days when I was tweeting stuff about movies I was watching.
Twitter is nuts now. I love it. That's great. And I keep winning stuff off of it, so. I'm
going to do a bunch of hashtags about Verotika to maybe get people to watch this video. At least 5 minutes of this video.
Honestly though, if people watch this, I don't even feel bad.
I'm okay with people watching this. This has been a high quality video. We got framing.
I know we both directed, wrote, and produced this. But I still think it's better than Verotika.
Jokes on anyone who thinks we wrote.
Oh, I wrote all.
Beforehand.
I wrote every. I have it on the back of my hand right here.
And the world's tiniest print. It's just.
It says veer off and talk about other shit like Neil Breen on here.
And Wilford Brimley. May he rest in peace.
So the moral of the second story is girls at strip clubs dance.
Yes.
Because he focused on that.
Literally the first 10 minutes. And this segment was 30 minutes. The first 10 minutes was just them dancing.
So it would go dancing, she would kill someone and cut off their face, back to dancing, kill someone, cut off their face, back to dancing, end of story.
Oh, so...
It had no ending to it.
No.
Nothing, literally.
The cops were chasing her, and she cut the cop's neck, he was shooting at her, she managed to get away.
I love it.
And then at the very end, she shows up at another strip club and is going by Mysteria.
Well, he goes, he said something like, I forget exactly what he says, but I know who you are, mysterious girl, or mystery girl.
No, you don't.
Her name is literally Mystery Girl. No one knows her real name. She wears a mask.
Somehow, based on a strip club business card that they found at the crime scene of
discovered it was her.
Stodden's murder, they found out it was her.
How?
It did not say anything. It was just the strip club card.
Oh, here's the best part. So
the ending
when the whole movie ends, but mystery girl kills somebody, and there's cops just standing around, and they're like, "How'd she die?" It's like, "Well, someone cut off her face," and you just see this guy. He's just starting to eat a donut,
and the other dude goes, "We don't have the motive." And then the middle, because there's 3 cops, one in the middle goes, "Well, we found the motive. It was to cut her face off." And I was like, that's not really that wasn't really.
And after this, it shows a guy eating a donut and drinking coffee for a minute or two.
Yeah, and then he sets it down on the ground and covers up.
He eats the whole donut, drinks his whole coffee, and the other 2 cops are just watching him yep, eating a donut.
And man, that's some shot.
And then he just covers up that it was not. Was that supposed to be comical?
I don't know about this movie. I don't know. I think it's too. I think Glenn Danzig. I don't think he sees humor. I don't think he has a humorous bone in his body. I think this is 100% serious. I'm sure he has a humorous bone, but not a funny. He got them removed because he doesn't like humor. Dude. So there was no point. I mean, there's no point to any of these stories, but the second one literally had no point. It didn't explain really why she was cutting the faces off. It never explained how she got her scars. It never there was never an ending. It just quit showing the movie part. Yeah. The cops never caught her. They never found out her real name. Yeah. She got away.
Like, nothing. It was just...
It was an extremely pointless, like...
It was like
at least
40
the
minutes of
first
dancing.
one had an ending.
Yeah.
The first one, I think, was my favorite, but my favorite.
I mean...
I'm using very loose terms because I hated everything, but I think the first segment was probably my favorite because A, I thought the movie was over, and B, at least it had an ending.
It did have an ending.
It didn't give you a lot of answers, but it like had a finality to it. And then, do you want to talk about the third one?
The third one for me was the worst.
So it was based off of, I'm pretty sure, according to Wikipedia,
Elizabeth of Bathory?
Yeah, her.
Is that her? Was that
I think
Elizabeth?
so, yeah. I think it was Elizabeth. Marjorie didn't seem quite right, but I couldn't put a finger on why, but then I saw it on Wikipedia.
I mean, honestly, I could
Bathory.
look it up, but
so
I don't care.
It was this woman in middle-aged times because she was wearing chainmail on her head at all times. But it wasn't real chainmail. It was
Spirit
just
Halloween chainmail.
Yes, it was just like knitted.
It was just like shiny fabric.
Yeah, and so she would bathe in the blood of Virgins.
She kept calling him Virgin, and I was
So after the first time,
dying.
I was like, Monty, did she say Virgin? And he was like, I don't think so. And then at the end, she said Virgin again, and we were like, she said Virgin.
Well, first of all, porn star. Not that being a porn star is bad. I'm just saying she's not your typical actress. She's not like your typical, like, I studied at this college.
The acting school.
Yeah.
I can touch my elbows and talk at the same time.
You know, she was like, Glenn, what? How do you say that word? He's like, I don't give a fuck. Say it however you want to. And walked away. She's like, Virgin. Okay, I'll just say. And when she said, he's like, I don't care. I'm not editing it.
He's like, this is too much work for me.
Literally.
And so, yeah, she kept saying Virgin. So she would get Virgins from the village and then bathe in their blood.
And but that's the literally end of story.
4 in one day. And she was like, the villagers are getting curious. You have to be discreet when you dispose of their bodies. And I'm like, you killed 4 of the girls from town in one day. That's not being
like,
discreet at
after
all.
one kill, the bathtub was like completely full. I'm like, how much fucking
and it was
blood
like a hot
was in that little girl body?
Not like a typical like shower bathtub.
Yeah, it was like
a hot tub.
It was literally a hot tub covered in like Spirit Halloween fake rocks.
Exactly. Exactly. And it was full of blood.
And so he cuts this one girl's neck, and it was like comically spraying out. It felt like a scary movie, scene where like he cuts them, and blood just keeps spraying out the whole time, and everybody's getting covered in it. But it went on for like 5 minutes.
That I think was the stripping part was very egregious, but so was the like bathing in blood.
So
it lasted so
the
long.
whole part of the third act is her just taking a bath.
Yes.
And I would say like,
or ripping that girl's heart out,
or looking in a mirror.
Hands.
Yeah,
and somehow the girl survives, her heart being out of her chest.
The girl looks smaller than her, and her heart is like that big. I'm like, dude,
it's not gonna fit in her chest.
You would have heart problems to begin with, so she did you a favor.
What I said was, it was like they just took cake and then put it over her torso and then cut into it.
Then she's like holding this heart with all like the connective tissue and veins.
Yeah, but it's not connected anymore.
No, it's not.
Except like maybe 2 of the tubes.
Yeah.
And it's like,
and the tubes were like as thick as my arm too.
Still bleeding. It would not be
but
bleeding.
As she's like eating and licking the heart, the girl's just like, ah. I'm like, no.
You would not be alive.
No.
And then she chops her head off, and then her lips are still moving, which I know, like sometimes you can still have
brain,
like electrical pulses, but like it was a little too unbelievable.
Oh, that was unbelievable.
All of it is unbelievable. Minute 1 to minute 90, it was unbelievable.
You know, I do agree with you though that the first part had like a beginning, a middle, and an end. Not that it was good or made sense, but
right. But it had a final moment.
But the last 2 stories did not.
Yeah.
Especially the last one. It was literally just, I'm going to take a girl cut her open and bathe, and then bathe some more, and then stand in the bathtub, and then sit in the bathtub, and then bathe, and then look in the mirror, then look on this side, and then look on this side, and then look at my face, then look on this side, and then look on this side, and then look at my face.
Look at your arms that are covered in fabric.
She was looking at her skin, but she was fully dressed. And I would say maybe 20% of her body was showing.
Yes.
And then she would go kill another person and go bathe again.
Like,
and it had no ending. It just stopped.
She probably spent her whole day in the bath.
Like, okay.
Minus when she rode the horse into the woods.
And it showed every minute of this horse ride.
And then she found a wolf and gave it, like, I'm assuming, human meat.
Well,
she threw, like, a brick of meat at this wolf.
And how did the wolf come into play?
I honestly don't remember.
It didn't.
Okay.
It never explained what it was.
That's how we figured out that she was calling them Virgins, because she said, the meat of Virgins tastes so sweet, before she threw the meat at the wolf. And I was like, yep, she did say that.
I felt bad for the wolf. He deserves better. I hope.
It was a very, like, Games of Thrones-esque moment. Because she was sitting on, like, this kind of throne type thing with the tree branches behind her, and then there was a wolf. And it was like it was trying to kind of be Games of Thrones without the interest. You
can tell, like, the wolf trainer was slightly off to the side, because the wolf kept looking over that way, like... And she's talking to the wolf that supposedly knows what she's talking about, but he's, like, looking over here like, where's my meat?
Right. Exactly.
But that wolf never comes into play.
No.
So we watched this, like, 15-minute scene of her riding to the woods, walking through, sitting down, talking to a wolf, and the wolf never comes into play.
Oh, she told the wolf to find her another girl, but
he never did. He never did.
Because, like, how was the wolf going to find a girl?
Do you know why that scene was in there?
I don't know.
Glenn Danzig, while he was in Spirit Halloween, he ran into a wolf trainer.
Yes!
And the guy goes, aren't you Glenn Danzig? And he goes, yeah.
Not the musician.
He's like, oh my god,
I'm the director, writer, producer, film score. That's who I am.
And the guy goes, oh my god, I have wolves that I put in movies. Like, yeah, just show up like at 1 tomorrow. We'll throw something in there. I don't give a fuck.
Bring some meat for the wolf, and that's it.
Is that literally not
what
happened?
That's literally what happened. That's what happened. If you've gotten somehow to the end of this review, which I'm pretty sure the only people that will get to the end of this review is us.
Yes.
If you've managed to get this far, and you still are wondering, should you watch Verotika? Don't do it. Unless your name is Spencer or Derek, in which case you have to watch this movie.
Because I want you to suffer.
I had to watch this movie.
You're going to suffer. But it is, honestly, like, okay. How can I say this in the nicest way possible?
It sucked.
It's probably his first time trying to do a movie. I don't know if that's true or not. It's still dog shit. And
I don't think we should reward dog shit just because he tried to make something.
I have seen several like very, very, very low budget movies that are amazing. Like that WNUF Halloween special.
Oh, I'm gonna watch that this year.
It is a great movie. It is really, 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 really good because all those guys, whoever made it, I know their names. I can't think off the top of my head. They did a great job. Like, they cared. They
tried.
It looks great. It looks like an 80s movie. They had a vision, and they achieved it, and it's good. And you can, like, they didn't have a lot of money to make it, you can tell, but they knocked it out of the park.
Here's what I think Glenn Danzig should have done.
Not make the movie.
Also, other random side note. This movie was based on comic books that he wrote.
I guarantee those comics are trash too.
Yeah. He should have not done an anthology. He should have just done like a very short film.
Like
and spent all the money that he spent on all three on that one and made it good.
Like Tales from the Crypt when I did like Demon Knight or like Bordello of Blood. Like it's part of like the Tales from the Crypt, but it's just the story within. Yeah, yes. I could see that working.
I just think he was trying to do too much.
I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do. I'll be quite honest with you.
I don't know what he was trying to do, but what he did was too much.
It sucked. It like legitimately
bad. Not even in an enjoyable way. That like Sleepaway Camp isn't bad. It's great bad though.
Well, yeah,
not in any same
Oh.
ballpark as
Oh.
Sleepaway Camp.
I got these guys a present for Halloween.
I'll see if I can stick it on the end of the movie.
Really?
Yeah, I'll see. At the end of this video. It might take me a little bit to figure out how to do it. I fucking hate you.
Alright.
He got us a cameo shout out video from Angela.
From Sleepaway Camp.
Yeah.
And she even did the face.
Yeah, she did. It was chef's kiss.
Yep.
It was great.
It was great.
It was a really good way to... I think he tweeted it this week. So, we were talking, and he was like, I just did something really cool, but it's a surprise. And I was like, well, I don't like surprises. And he's like, just stop. It'll be fun. And I was like, did you get a cameo from... did you like get a cameo? And he was like, maybe. You know, he was like, it was Angela from Sleepaway Camp. And I was like, I literally guessed that. And you had texted me, but I didn't look at my phone. So you were like scrolling on Cameo, but I hadn't seen it. So I just like completely guessed what the hell you were talking about. Same brain length.
Blah, blah,
blah, blah.
We're both having a stroke.
And it was caused by Verotika, so
it was.
Glenn Danzig, check out those medical bills when they're sent your way.
No joke. So, out of 5 giant hearts, what do you give Verotika?
0.
I give it 1 giant heart because I felt bad for all the actors in the movie. Actors. I told her I hope the porn stars go back to porn because that's probably way better.
Yeah. It was just too much. It was just a lot of weird.
It wouldn't have honestly though.
Stuff.
If he just had even the slightest like
editorial.
Yeah. It would have been kind of like a funny bad movie, but since he hung on scenes for so long, it was like torture.
Yeah.
Like if it would have been fast paced, we would have been laughing our asses off.
Exactly.
But watching the same scene for like 10 minutes is not fun. It's not funny. It's not scary. It just sucks.
Like it would have been campy if it was fast paced.
Yeah. It would have been really good. Like,
yeah.
It would have been the kind of movie I'm like, we have to watch this every year because it's awesome. But no,
I literally cannot watch this movie again.
Honestly, though, if he just cut out all of that shit and put another story in there, it probably would have been fine.
It would have been like
because you could
4 shorter stories.
Yes, if you cut out all that shit, you could have had 4 little stories in there.
Yeah.
That were fast-paced and fun.
But we're assuming that his source material was interesting.
That guy has an ego.
That his, like, filmography was bad. But I have a sinking suspicion that his source material is also probably fucking terrible because he wrote it.
I got something to say. Your movie sucks balls today. All right. So that's it. That's Verotika.
That's it. We're going to go watch a mental palate cleanser of Evil Dead 2 and Texas Chainsaw Massacre TNG.
Is it the next generation or the new generation?
I can't remember.
I think it's the new generation.
I just keep saying TNG. And we're going to go watch, what's his name?
Bruce Campbell?
No.
Glenn Campbell.
No. Is that a person? No, Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah. All right. Did you see a commercial where he's like, I'd go. Have you seen that?
Yes.
What is that about?
That's a topic for another video.
I know. We could do a whole video on that little 10-second commercial.
We can do a video of things that confuse us, and it can include that commercial and Neil Breen.
Oh my god, yeah.
So maybe check that out whenever it pops up on YouTube.
Well, so next time we'll have to do a Conjuring universe.
Yes.
Which, after watching that, I will probably not fall asleep ever again at any movie. If I were to fall asleep, I should have fallen asleep to Verotika.
Yes.
But honestly, though, I was baffled the whole time. It was the most baffling thing I've ever seen. And I've seen some pretty shitty ass movies.
Yeah. So if you're going to still watch this, I'd say I'm sorry, but you know it sucks. So like, just don't watch it.
Yeah,
Save yourself the hour and a half. Go watch literally anything else.
I would say don't
I'd say
watch
go
it,
watch
'cause-
Jack Frost.
Yeah, I would.
Instead.
I would honestly rather watch Jack Frost.
Yeah, at least that made me laugh.
I would honestly rather watch Headcount.
That is really terrible praise for Verotika. If you'd rather watch Headcount.
Honestly, though,
Sounds
Headcount
bad.
moved fast. I knew what
That's
was going
true.
on. It had a point. It had a beginning, middle, and end.
I
was
thought
a movie.
It was really dumb.
It
but
was a
like,
movie.
It was a real movie.
It was a real movie.
Yeah.
And I apologized to the director of Headcount. I was like, your movie sucked. No, it doesn't. Compared to Verotika,
Go
you
watch-
are now a great director.
Go watch Midsummer. I'd rather watch that.
Well, Midsummer's good, so I don't see how that compares to...
Well, it's not a Megan and Monty movie if I don't.
Dude, I should have
Talk
worn
about
my
Midsummer.
Midsummer shirt.
Oh my gosh,
I got
yeah.
like a really cool Midsummer shirt. But
I should have gotten one, but I forgot about it.
Yeah,
I'll have to see if they still are selling it.
Nope, sold out. Rare. I'll sell you mine for $500. You could make a dress out of it. Just put a belt around the middle.
Like a flower belt.
Yeah.
Really make it Midsummer. So yeah.
That's all we got. That's all I got.
That's that on that.
I can't believe, how long did we make this? 51 minutes?
51.
How did we
Why is
talked about this
51
movie.
minutes?
How did we talk about that movie this long? Well, we did go off on a little bit of tangents, but
Oh my god.
honestly, it's not 51 minutes worth of talking
Maybe
about.
I
I don't know
should-
how we talked about
Maybe
it.
I should edit it.
Nope.
But I don't
Nope.
like cutting
No
out
editing.
our stuff
Nope.
because we're just so funny.
Put it up like this, because
Yep.
you and I are going to be the only people that
except
watch this.
You need to send me the Sleepaway Camp clip.
First of all, don't tell me what to do. Second, just kidding. I'm kidding. Yes, I will.
This is the kind of bullshit that I have to put up with.
Oh, you intentionally put up with it.
Bye. Oh.
Luigi! Is that what you said?
No. Ouija.
Luigi Haunted Mansion 3 is the shit.
Ooh, I have it on Switch.
Oh.
No, the one before the Switch.
Wii.
No, the Nintendo 3DS or 2DS, whatever. I don't know. But,
Okay.
and on that note,
Bye.
bye.